everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back to work in the little composition notebook that we're altering. I got a lot of questions about, couldn't you just cut a whole composition notebook in half? And you can definitely do that. I have done something similar. I cut one at about 3/4. I don't even remember what I did with the top strip. Don't know. Anyway, I did this quite a few years ago, at least 3 years ago, for Halloween, when I put out my little, I think I called them Halloween or spooky stamps. Spooky stamps, that's what they were, the little heads. And then I added them to Tim Holtz People, and the tree is in the spooky stamps too. But anyway, but this one, just, that's all I did was the cover. I didn't do anything else to it. So, but yes, you can cut them. You need a very sharp X-Acto knife or whatever, craft knife, whatever you want to call it, and a ruler. Or you could mark your spots and hold a ruler there to make sure you don't move it. And that's the trick. Don't move it, because you're going to hold the ruler, slice, move some of that out of the way, slice, because most craft type knives are not going to slice all the way through that. Or if you have a big guillotine that's nice and sharp, like industrial, you could probably cut one, but I don't have one of those, so. But anyhow, yes, it can indeed be done. But you could also do a full-size one, which would be kind of fun. So whatever you feel like doing. So I thought what we could work on is this side of this. And I know I just did the 2 pieces for the 50 stack challenge to put on one of the little tab things. But we'll get there. And I haven't finished this. I need to finish this. I did add this spooky looking guy here because he went so well with, I don't believe I'll ever feel any creepier. Anyways, there's that. All right, so we'll start on here. I found this, I think it was Betty Ann, or it was my sister. I don't know. I'm so sorry. That's the hard part about when you get gifted things, you know, they go into your stash and then you can't remember who gave you what. And some things are labeled, but I'm horrible about labeling things. But anyway, they're eco dyes. I think my sister did these. She gave them to me for Christmas, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, Megan. You know, my brain is fried, but I'm pretty sure it was Megan. So, anyhow, they're super cool. And I thought they would look really cool in here. So I'm going to put one in this envelope like so, to be the, I don't know if you'd want to turn it into a journaling card. Maybe what we'll do is just like attach some paper at the bottom that flips down. That way you don't lose any of that, because the leaves are so cool. So I'm going to set that aside, but we're going to work on this envelope at the moment, and we'll see. I think I folded this. That one's too small. I folded another one. See, I've been collecting papers that I wanted to use, and now I've probably buried the original paper that got me started on this whole thing, because that's what I do. I start digging through paper in my stash and bury all the stuff. All right, so it's just a piece of the book page. I think this is from the Dracula part of the book, but the way that I'm going to do this, and I'm sure there's a million ways, because if you have the envelope before you attach it, you can like trace it and do things like that. It's just hard to do once it's attached into the book. So I'm going to leave a little bit of the black showing, and then I want this over here, we're going to ink it. I like how it's torn, how it's all janky looking. So I just need to tear this piece off. I just wanted to show you, you can fold it by looking at, you know, that edge. So that's what I did. Just trying to be clear on how I'm doing all these things. In case you're making one and want to try some of these things, you'll know what I did. So how is everybody? Hope you guys are well. I had a lovely day. It's Monday for me. Trying to get some videos done. I'm going to be helping my husband do some more painting this week. So if you don't see me, that's why. But I'm trying to film ahead, so maybe I can be here. Sorry, I was just looking for my other piece of paper I was using, but I'll just use this one. It is toasty roasty today. It's in the 80s, which weird, but okay. It's been pretty nice the last 3 days, I have to say. So yeah, we went today and walked with our daughter and two of our friends. One of them is my husband's classmate from when, you know, he was in elementary school and middle school and high school. They went together, so that's really cool that they're still friends. And his wife, so we do hang out with them quite a bit. And anyway, our daughter went walking with us, and then our son met us for lunch. So it was fun to chat and walk and all those kind of things. So yes, my foot is doing better. It's just more stiff than anything. Like, it doesn't want to really bend correctly, but it's not anything horrible. It's just, it was just one of those dumb moments, you know, when I stepped off that curb and kind of pushed off too hard because I was trying to get moving to cross the road, because that road has gotten so much busier now. And yeah, so anyways, I just did it to myself and then had to walk back home, so that was the other part that probably didn't really help. But I mean, it's fine. It was just kind of a muscle thing. Got one of those foot massagers. I've been using that. That helps. See how good that curls when you do that curly motion? But you do get your fingernails. It washes off. No worries. So yeah, we were right along the river, and you couldn't see the river where we ate, but we got to sit out on a patio. So it was just fun chatting with everybody and enjoying the lovely day. And thank you so much. And I know you guys aren't going to see this until Wednesday. I think this is Wednesday's video. But thank you to all those who have served and their families. I do so appreciate. And I, you know, clearly a thank you isn't enough, but I do thank you. Truly, truly, for serving your country and protecting us. And yeah, we wouldn't be here without you all, that's for sure. So thank you. Much, much appreciated by my family. My dad was in the Navy, but he was there in a time when there wasn't like war or any of those kind of things. But he did serve. But I don't know, I don't have a lot of people in my family that have done that. Because when World War II happened, he was just a little kid. He did go around collecting cans and things like that for the war effort, you know. But that's, he was just a little guy. That's where I have that image, if you've seen it, of him wearing his little military uniform when he was little. When he and his sister would go around doing that. So cute. Okay, what all do I want to put on here? I have all sorts of things. I just don't know what I want. I'll use some more of this from my croaked. And it doesn't, I don't mean croaked as in passed away. I mean croaked. It's my toad kit. But it has this cool kind of a background page that works pretty good with Halloween stuff. The best way that I find to do these envelopes is to collage them, because it's so hard, unless, like I said, you can get it laid out and trace it or whatever. But I usually never think of that until I'm like to this point where it's attached in the book. So I usually go with this method. Or you can just leave it black. It's fine like that. It's just, you know, this is the part I like. I like decorating stuff, so. Because it would be fine in black, obviously. don't even have to cover it at all. So I am going to scoot that up. I kind of do like the border of having some of that black showing. My husband's downstairs making Chex Mix. I'm not sure how he can eat Chex Mix after. He loves Chex Mix. Oh my goodness. It is good stuff, but he cracks me up sometimes. Yeah, let's just say we didn't get a ton of painting done yesterday because we had the brilliant thought that rather than get up in the morning and have the sun hit us and then it gets hot and you got to get down, we'll wait until after the sun moves away from that part of the house, you know, and then go paint. And then that way we can paint as long as we can. Well, duh. The roof is hotter than hot because it's been sitting in the sun all those hours. So we were up there a while, but we just got like, can't. So we need to finish that. And he does need help with that part. So yeah, you get a little brain cooked and you can't do it. This is a freebie. It should be in this video. I know it's in past videos because I've used it quite a few times. It's just tea-dyed, coffee-dyed paper that I stamped numbers all over. But I thought it might make it easier to do this for you guys in case, you know, 1, you don't have the number stamps, 2, you don't want to stamp. So yeah. And I'll try to remember, obviously, to make sure it's there, but just if I forget, you can remind me too. I don't have a problem with that because I am forgetful. That's what worked. A piece of the orange. We could do the same thing with this. And then we can put those numbers across there, and that's fine. And remember, this one I'm doing really grungy, much more grungy than, I mean, I always kind of go grungy because that's what I like, but the envelope journal isn't quite as grungy as this one. This one, we're going grunge. And I know Halloween's not for everybody, but it's just fun. But do whatever style you like. You could do these for all kinds of things. I think they'd make great Christmas presents. And fairly easy because all you're doing is decorating, which, again, is the fun part, I think. So it doesn't seem as daunting as I sometimes feel when doing the whole journal with binding and all of that. Not that it's that hard. It's just so fiddly. So fiddly sometimes. And that's why I don't sew, because I have no patience for, like, I just want to get down to the part I want to do. I don't want to do all the tedious stuff I don't want to do. Because that's how I am. Okay, so that is going to be a little bit weird, but I think it'll look kind of cool. And we'll put some paper over here, too, to seal that off so it doesn't look all like it is right now, for example. Oh, I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Deidre, Jatsy Girl, Carrie, and Pat. Thank you guys so much for commenting, for watching, being kind and lovely. I just really appreciate it. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me long time, short time. Whatever the time may be, I thank you for putting up with my kind of ditziness at times. or lots of times. I don't know. Whatever your perspective may be on that. Some days it's like I'm right with it. Other days, not so much, but I think that's pretty normal. It's hard to be perfectly on it at all times, right? It's just some really thin fabric. Not even sure. It's old because it tears very, very, very easily. And we'll probably add gesso and stuff. May not be this moment because I don't really want to wait for it to dry. And I think that's how I'm going to kind of just attach it, is this side rather than putting glue on that to hold it down, because it'll just get attached with this stuff that I'm going to put along here. We're going to ink it first. Apparently you can get these at the Dollar Tree, but I don't ever find them there, and I've looked. But, you know, every area has, it seems like, its things. Some things I feel like you can always find. Other things there are very hit and miss. So I haven't run across any at the moment, but I do believe they're there. I just haven't seen them. I'm actually going to put a piece of this. I don't want to see the lines through the fabric. So we'll put this down first. And I'm not even going to ink it. I'm just going to put it down, because it's going to get covered anyways. This is a great way to use up all these random scraps that float around on my desk. Should just get thrown away, but they always end up floating about. Because I'm a messy crafter. Messy. Okay, now we can put our piece of fabric. I know, it seems like a lot. It kind of is, but it's okay. And kind of crinkle it a bit because it's longish. Tuck it in there. All its little strings. Strings and things. Okay, that's good and junky. So you can see I'm using lots of papers in here that are not Halloween oriented. They just kind of have, you know, they can fall into that vibe if you decorate it up with some Halloween things. Because they've got some blacks and oranges and whatever. Grunginess. Whatever the case may be. Oops. I don't know why I left that just hanging open. I need to use this one up. Got ahead of myself. Gotta love a sticky glue page. Makes you so happy when it sticks to all your stuff. All right, let's find some fun little bits. And then where's my little... See, I did it again, y'all. I put my paper, my leafy paper. This will help you see a little better. I don't know if I'll put anything on the back. I don't think so. I think it's fine. Same. I like that. We could put a lot of things. A witchy, a cute girly dressed up in her witchy costume. Let's just see. Spooky thing? A spooky bride? Yeah. Kind of like the witchy girl. I like the witch too. She's good. Oh, this little girl's cute. I think I like her. More color. Because it's all kind of neutral back there. And these are in the Halloween old stuff. Just random vintagey looking things that can be used for decorating a Halloween book or whatever. Cards. You could definitely make Halloween cards with that kit. Someone mentioned a fall journal. That would be super cool with this, whatever design. Any journal, really. I mean, any style would be fabulous. These are just ideas here. Not meant to be, you know, something you have to do. Okay. Could do pumpkin patch. She kind of looks like she came from the pumpkin patch with all her pumpkins. She already carved them, but hey, you know. This one was thicker paper. It was on one of the pocket pages. Maybe she's the little witchy that runs the pumpkin patch. Even better. Oh, that's bigger than I thought it was. I have so many things out because I'm doing this Halloween thing and the other one. So I have all the random papers for both just hanging around in buckets on my desk. Everywhere. I think that's why I don't do multiple journals at the same time. I know I could do the same style, but I just started both of these different ones. It's getting hot up here today. It's just weird. I'll take it though. I'll take the sunshine any day over the yuck. Especially if I can go walk on the green belt. I don't know if that's what other places call, you know, paths that are along the, I'm trying to separate it, it's one page. Rivers, or I don't know if that's just a here thing. I have no idea. But anyway, that's what they call it. Yeah, so it'll need some grunging, or, you know, the white and all that. I will do that to this one too. But let's move forward and see. I need a drink of water. I have this from my abandoned kit. I thought it might look kind of cool on here because it'll go well with that. This one might be a little easier because we can say I don't want it to be super crooked. A little crooked is normal for me. But in this, I want to cover as much as possible because it's not especially fabulous background. Oh, I did not get that straight. Oh. We're just gonna wing it. What it is, it is. I can always add a grungy bit somewhere if necessary. Yeah, I probably should have had all these torn, but I didn't. I didn't have time for that. I had to go play. I'm just glad I was able to do a video. I'm trying to stay caught up. The time when it's going to be interesting is when we go on our vacation. That's when it might not work out as well, because it's a lot of days. I don't really want to use that. Actually, I don't want to do that either, because that paper I could use for something. Let's do this instead. So I just want to glue this flap down because I don't need the whole thing. You don't have to keep the whole thing. You can like cut it off in just a little strip. But I think it'll be fine. This paper is so thin. I mean, so much thinner than a book, like book page. So I think it'll be fine. But we'll see if I start getting too fat. It's only going to have like 11 or 12 pages. I don't remember exactly what I counted, but so I don't feel like that's so many. It's not quite like an altered book when you have so many pages to decorate that it starts to get real fat. I know it'll get fat, but I don't think it'll get that bad. This one we also need to do this background, so we'll do that too. We can glue this on there. And wherever there's white, I'm just gonna, you know, I will ink and paint and do all those kind of things. So I think it'll be all right. Might actually move this one a little more this way and put some other stuff over there. And I think that will work. It is really hard to see. I'm not going to be able to do that. That will mess it up. We'll put this behind there so I can see it better. Yeah, it takes me a minute. I know, you're probably telling me. I got it, and I got there in the end. I did it. And I can round the corner too where it's not rounded. Had some more cottonwood trees to deal with today. They're sort of never ending down there by the river. Oh, my finger stuck to that. How ridiculous is that? Surprise, right? Surprise. Use some creepy cloth because there's a little bit of that other fabric back there, so I don't feel like it needs like anything major. This cheesecloth, not creepy cloth. Sorry, Halloween makes me think of creepy cloth. Creepy cloth is that thicker, whiter weave stuff they sell at Halloween to like make spider webs or, you know, decorate with, put all over the place. I don't do a whole lot of that anymore just because my kids are moved out and I don't know. Just not as into it as I used to be. Really, for any holiday, I think I'm just a Scrooge, honestly. It's just not as fun as when you have kids around. I'm sure if I ever have grandkids, that will be, I'll get back into it, but at the moment, not so much. With just hubby and I kicking around here most of the time. Because he's not especially into it either. And if it doesn't stick all the way, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. Just a little bit. It's actually just sticking to that fabric on the other side because it's porous, you know, so that glue's come through a bit. Yeah, it's actually sticking pretty good. I'm not gonna pick at it more. Lies. You know I will. I'll add some gesso to it too. Okay, then we need to cover this. That is so bright and white. With what? Don't know. Could be covered with some music. I kind of like that. Watchmen tell us of the night. Yeah, let's put that on there. I know, the song's not meant to be scary. Just seems like a scary thing to say. I think I'll tear it here too, even though I would have covered it anyway, but I'll just make sure. In case I didn't say it, or I don't know, I just want to make sure everybody knows this journal is spoken for. So, yeah. She really wanted the last journal, but it had already been spoken for, so. There were a few people that wanted that one. That's when I wish I was a machine and could just make them, but I'm not. It's just me. But all of you are very lovely about being understanding, and thankfully, because I don't know, I can only do what I can do. So it would be bad if people weren't, but you are all awesome. I kind of like that part better. This is from my abandoned kit too, or also, I guess I should say. This one is going to go to, not nearly down to the bottom though. So I think that'll be good. Let's not get that page behind it, please. And I think I might just let it hang out and we'll ink it up. I think this is my favorite style because I don't have to be all precise about. That's why I can't remember who I was watching. I don't know if it was Mitzi or who, but anyway, was talking about altered books and how, oh, it was Mitzi. She loses interest before she can finish it. I so can relate to that. I struggle finishing a whole altered book when they have, like, 20 plus pages of cutting all the right size and doing nope, I'm out. I just struggle. I finished some, but man, is it a struggle. It just doesn't do it for me. That's why I don't make very many of those. I liked them at first more, but the more I've made, the less I want to make them. Started that one, I think, last summer or the summer before. Couldn't finish it. I barely got, I don't know, 2 pages done. I just couldn't do it. I don't know what that is. I think it's all the fussing over what size the pages are and all that. Now we're back to my patience level, which is 0 for some things. Other things I have tons of patience for, so don't know. Don't ask me. I have no idea why it is that way. I think it's all desire. Like, what do I want to do? If I don't want to do it, then it's not going to happen. Yep. If it loses its fun, it's not fun anymore. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Like that. Looks good. How long have I been yammering at you guys? 40 minutes. Yammering and yammering. some scissors. Oh, I had scissors right in front of me. If there were a snake, they would have bit me, like I always say. Indeed. I'm going to put this back here again because it worked so lovely to be able to see so that I don't glue it together like that. With the white all hanging out. I need to like, you need to come this away. Well, this one is longer because of where it's at in the book. And there's 8 pages, 8 blank pages. So it's actually smarter if you can bring it up flat like that. So we'll try to do that as best we can. Then we'll have a nice pocket. And we'll have other pages that are for attaching things. We'll just keep trucking along like that until we get it all done. Like the one before is a little deceiving because it was one of the tab pages, but I attached a whole envelope. So that ended up looking like a whole page, and it wasn't. Why am I struggling? What is the struggle for? The struggle is real. That's for sure. See, that's my problem, and then it wants to lay down weird this way. So, I don't know. It might be better to just let it connect this way because that's how it's gonna sit in the book, is laying down, right? I don't have great answers on that one. You stick. I don't know what we're going to put in this one yet. Okay, I like it though. I think that works pretty good, pretty good. I don't know what I want to put in there. I did that one with that, and so now I'm like, shall we do? I could turn one of these maybe into a drawing card. That one is far too tall. I'm afraid this one's going to be too tall too, or also. Also, that one I could rip a little off the top, but I went and tore part of it out. But I mean, it doesn't have to be the exact length of it, right? Right. Okay, let's do that. Spooky old house. This is in the Halloween old stuff. I've got a few Halloween kits. That's why I keep saying the same thing, because I don't want you to think it's in a different kit. Because I have Haunted. That was Halloween's last year. I have all kinds of spooky. They start with spooky titles. But I don't do any horror or like, you know, because I don't like that stuff. I'm just gonna tear it all the way down to there. Let's try to make it straight, at least a little bit. A little bit. Okay, All the edges are torn. What am I gonna put this on? It's gonna sit on that. Put on one of these. Yeah, that will work. Let's go this way first. Ooh, it's real thin right there, huh? Let's just keep going and we'll fold it and glue it together. Oh, come on now. Work with me. Sorry, I know it's very crinkly, crinkly, crinkly. This video is not for sleeping. I mean, if you can, great, but that's not what it was made for. I've had people who got mad at me in the past for like the crinkling or the whatever. It's like, well, they're not like really, they're not sleeping videos. I mean, that's not their intention. Okay, that will work. We'll just glue that together and then we'll have writing space. Grab one of these again. There are going to be crafty noises. Maybe I need a warning, you know. Warning, you may hear crafty noises. Okay, that'll probably be the back because that one's nice and smooth. We could write on it. This is the one we can, you know, tear it down a little bit. I can't decide. I think I'm going to just do that to that. And we'll just make it a little bit bigger, not a ton bigger. And then I kind of want to tear all the sides. So let's do roughly here and oh, you know what? I'm gonna mess this up, so just get ready. Get ready for it. Oh, come on. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I know, the glue's wet. The gluey paper doesn't want to cut, tear anything when it's wet. It wants to be left alone. I like that look though when it's real torn and sketchy looking. If it'll do it, that is. Sometimes you got to give it a little will help. You stinker. Man, this stuff does not want to tear when it's wet at all. I know, it's easier if you do it the other way. I know. Okay, forget it. We're going to cut that. The Tim Holtz cutter won't like it either, though. Punches don't like the wet glue. Tear ruler doesn't like the wet glue. Nobody likes the wet glue on the paper. Oopsie, that's not good. Am I cracking you guys up yet? Honestly, like... See, told you. It didn't like it either. Definitely not a sleepy time video. Man, I'm gonna have to quit because, well, one, I'm destroying this. Two, it is hot up here in this upstairs. It gets like that in the afternoon. I'm right above the garage. There's some insulation, but let me just say, I don't think it's stellar. Because the rest of the house is always fine. Okay. I did it. Woo! You guys cheering? Cheering me on? We're just saying, oh, thank the Lord, she figured it out. So we can be done with that. Yep, yep. Hopefully it'll fit in the pocket after all that. We're almost there. I don't know what I'm going to put along that other edge. It does need something over there. I just don't know what. I like that kitty cat, though. He's cute. Why is washi tape such a pain? Can anyone answer that for me? I think it's a real pain. I'll use some of this, but does anybody know why it's such a pain? Because I don't. I think it's as it gets old, you know, like if you don't use it up when it's newer. That's my thought on that, but I don't know if that's true or not. Yes, today was the insane ramblings of an artistic person. That's sort of how it goes. A creative, as they say. Whoever they are. Oh my goodness. I need to stop, you guys. This is so ridiculous. Honestly, it's stuck to my fingers on both hands. Look at this finger and this finger. I like that. I like it a lot. Now, does it fit in the pocket? This will get grunged and messed with further, but I think I am done for today. I've reached my heat level maximum. Yep, it fits. Woo, we did it. All right, guys. So yeah, we did 2 whole pages. And again, I will be gessoing and doing all that stuff. And I'll probably put something on here. But yeah, I need to get out of this room because I'm going to melt. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And we will chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.